Guys, today we're going to be giving you a guide on how to get the new machine gun, Deterministic Chaos. By the way, we're going to be reviewing this bad baby. It's quite disgusting, and it's got great synergy with Void 3.0, and especially synergy with one of our artifact mods. Now, in order to actually even obtain this quest, you need to finish the Lightfall Campaign. But upon finishing it, you can visit Nimbus on the Amuna, and you can gain the quest Unfinished Business. Now, this is a 13-step quest. I do want to mention there is some spoilers here, because we are going to be talking about Rohan, as well as some other things that's being pulled from the Lightfall Campaign. So again, if you do not want any spoilers, guys, click away now. Now, step 1 of the quest will require us to go to the Hall of Heroes. Now, the Hall of Heroes actually opens up a new area on the Amuna in the same landing zone as Nimbus at the Watchtower. It's actually in the back. And these are actually where other Cloud Striders are present, or at least their cores. And there's actually a ceremony that takes place in which Nimbus places the core in the Hall of Heroes. Now, step 2 will require you to return to Nimbus and figure out why they left Rohan's ceremony early. Some good bits of character development here, guys. But then we get step 3, which requires us to collect Cypher Qubits from the Vex and use them to extract Rohan's data from the cloud accretions in Neomuna. Now, just killing Vex on Neomuna will drop these Cypher Qubits. And essentially, guys, 8 Cypher Qubits equals 1 data extraction. This means we need to stack about 32 to 40 Cypher Qubits to be able to extract all data needed. Now, one of the best places to get Vex to spawn the most is in the bottom right of the map. You can actually run down there. Although I will say there are multiple areas in which Vex frequently spawn, especially in the different public event areas and in that main event area where you have like the constant barrage of wyverns, minotaurs, etc. Now, cloud accretions are the new planetary resources. Now, we need 5 of these, and you can actually go into your ghosts, and I advise doing this pretty much for everything, considering you're going to be trying to unlock strand fragments. Put on combo detector, guys. This will pick up resources, chests, all that good stuff. You can collect 5 accretions though this way as you're running through and killing Vex. So again, find and collect 5 of Neomuna's planetary resources and kill Vex until you have somewhere around 40 Cypher Qubits. Then you use these to extract Rohan's data from the cloud accretions. Now, step 4, locate the final data packets in Maya's Retreat. Now, Maya's Retreat is actually in the bottom right-hand side of the Neomuna map. The location will actually be displayed on the map for this step. Pretty straightforward here, guys. Just follow the waypoints. Now, step 5, survive the Vex attack on Maya's Retreat and recover the data packets. Now, the data packet will be contained within a Vex conflux. You can actually interact with the conflux. Do this in the process of surviving the Vex attack and essentially just kill them all and collect the final data pockets. Now, step 6, you're gonna regroup with Nimbus and Osiris in the Radioson to find out what's in Rohan's notes. Now, this is in the southern part of the Neomuna map. Don't do like me. I actually ended up fast traveling back to Nimbus, thinking this took place at the landing zone. That's not the case. Again, go into your quest tab, set a waypoint, and you can just head that way. Also, I don't know if you're into story, but I actually find some of the exotic catalyst quests give so much lore. And in this case, you can almost see like Osiris filling in Rohan's shoes in regards to being a mentor to Nimbus. Now, step 7. Step 7 requires us to retrieve the Vex compass from the lost sector in Liming Harbor. Now, Liming Harbor is the name of the lower section of Neomuna where the Vex incursions are taking place. Again, set a waypoint here, guys, for Unfinished Business, but this takes you to a small building. You'll see the lost sector symbol painted above the door, and you want to jump up and to the right and then shoot a vent that's beside the door on the platform to find your way inside. This is the Thrilladome lost sector that we've actually seen pictures of before the release of Lightfall. Pretty entertaining lost sector, and at the end of it, you'll be able to collect the Vex compass from the chest. Now, step 8, create chaos in the Ahimsa Park to draw Shadow Legion forces away from Callus' ship. Now, it really wants you to prioritize abilities to defeat combatants, as this draws out more chaos. Now, Ahimsa Park is actually the patrol area on the right side of Neomuna. Again, you can set a waypoint here as well. But basically, guys, you just want to get kills. And the more abilities you use to defeat opponents, the faster you'll get those 100 points. Now, once enough chaos has ensued, you'll get the first half of Rohan's passkey. By the way, if you're having issues with getting enough kills, literally just go to any area that's got a public event or an event happening. You can literally get endless amounts of ads spawning in. Now, step 9. The passkey's other component is a seed of silver wings. I know, my lord people are probably losing it right now, but one can be found in Callus' trove deep within the Typhon Imperator. Now, the Typhon Imperator is Callus' ship on the farthest right side of Neomuna's map. Again, though, set a waypoint, guys, but you're gonna go deep into the center of the ship. Now, when you reach the circle room, you're gonna need to clear all enemies. And this is where you're actually gonna find 2 Seed of Silver Wing collectibles on the shelves inside of this room. One on the side, and then the other on the back of the room. And they are marked, guys, so when you walk up to them, you can collect them. Now, you don't have to collect both, you just need to collect one, or at least that was the case for me. Granted, when Les collected one, I wasn't able to collect it. I had to go to the other side of the room and collect the other. Now, step 10, return to Nimbus in Strider's Gate to build the passkey. Now, you're gonna actually need to head to the vendor landing zone in Neomuna once you have the Silver Wing Seed. Interact with Nimbus to receive some lore, and this is when you can acquire Rohan's passkey. Now, the passkey is to a mysterious black garden constructed from Rohan's notes. That's right, guys, we're going to the Black Garden. Step 11, complete the mission, What Remains. Now, you can set a waypoint here, guys, and start the mission. I do want to mention that this is a 1770 power mission. Granted, if you completed the legendary campaign, then you're good since you get that 77 armor set. But if you did the regular campaign, this mission can be very overwhelming if you don't have a solid fire team. Now, guys, in the garden section, you'll notice these nodes, and you actually have to shoot these nodes to progress. But then you have these barriers that are keeping you from shooting the nodes. These little flat panels, you actually want to shoot them and ricochet your bullets, and those will hit the nodes, unlocking that barrier and allowing you to progress. Now, this mission, of course, takes place in the Garden of Salvation. Nimbus is arguing with Osiris, and about 3/4 through the mission, you'll actually find Nimbus looking at Deterministic Chaos. And some back and forth here, he decides to leave Deterministic Chaos in our hands. And that's pretty much it, guys. You got this heavy machine gun. The last bit of What Remains is actually a chance to try out the exotic. You can equip it right then and there. You get constant heavy ammo when stepping into these pools, and it gives you the opportunity to see this weapon at work. And to complete this mission, you need to destroy the Conceptual Mind boss to acquire its memory core. Now, step 12 requires you to bring the Conceptual Mind's memory core to Nimbus at Strider's Gate in Neomuna. Again, some backstory and lore here on Nimbus is actually really interesting. It's not just the fact that he was trying to honor Rohan's legacy, but in some ways, it almost seems like Nimbus wishes for more out of life, wishes that they could fight forever, or at least that was my interpretation of the dialogue. Now, step 13, which is the final step, go to the Hall of Heroes to honor those who cut their years short for the sake of humanity. And it's actually within the Hall of Heroes that Nimbus and Osiris reached this better understanding of each other. And it was also a big reveal here that Osiris had been carrying around Sagir's shell with them all this time, which completely blew my mind because I thought that was never even recovered. It was a loose end that I think Bungie wanted to wrap up here, which I guess they did, but Sagir was actually killed off script or off screen. So this was like Bungie's way of like tying up that loose end. Well, guys, that is our quest guide there for Deterministic Chaos. Again, our review for this exotic will be out later today. But fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.